Hello everyone, this is Debbie from Ink and Page, and I'm here today with a new Junk Journal January video. Today is day 15, and we are on label. I almost didn't find it there. We're getting pretty far down the list. If you're new and you would like to join in on this project, you just need to go to jjj.inkandpage.co and sign up, and that will let you into the workshop space, and that is where all the videos and all the printables are. Okay, everything's free. All you need to do, just go there, click get now, sign up. Okay, that is that. Okay, so let's take a look at today's printables. Okay, so for today, what we're going to be doing is making specimen slides and labeling them. And what we're going to be putting inside the specimen slides are going to be our favorite things. So this could be anything that you love or like. It could be your favorite book, TV show, movies. You could put 4 different movies, 4 different books, a book, a movie, a podcast, a song, something like that. Or if you want to go in the other direction, you could do like, what I'm going to do for today is samples of like my favorite washi tape, my favorite fabric, my favorite like little ephemera idea that has been in this journal. And then I'm also going to do my favorite stamp. So like, I just wanted to make this related to this, but it doesn't have to be, you know, it literally, anything that you love, you know, you could put your dogs, your cats, your guinea pigs, whatever, you know, whatever your favorite is in here. You know, I also had thought about like getting like some of my favorite charms or things like that, that are stickers or anything. It could be anything, you know? So like, I don't want anybody to feel stumped about this. Like it could, like, you could put a picture of your favorite pen. I mean, anything you want, you know, it's pretty easy to find little pictures on the internet and download them. And if you don't want to do that, then I would just use the ephemera from the kit, your favorite paper, you know, things like that, your favorite little picture, whatever, you know, speaks to you from the collection of things that we've already gotten. One of the things I thought too is I could have taken pictures of my favorite spreads and then put a picture of those in there too. So it's like, it could be like anything, you know? So like, I know that when you say it could be anything, that sometimes makes it harder than for me to say, okay, put your favorite washi tape here, put your favorite paper here, you know? But if you are stumped, you could just do what I'm doing, and do that. Or you could be like, oh, what's my favorite button? You know, I am going to do button though, because I loved making the button clusters so much. That's going to be one of my things. I'm going to put I don't love buttons, which is so weird, but I did love the button clusters. So I don't know what that's about, but I'm going to put that in mind. All right, so let me stop talking and let's make some stuff. I'm going to grab my things here. All right, so I already inked up and folded my pockets. I have my specimen slides here. I did cut them out. You do not need to. I just like to. You could just glue right on top of them if you want. Okay, and then I did make a few of my favorite things, like header for the page if you want to use it. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not. We'll see what happens. It really depends on, you know, your page, how it looks, you know, if you have space. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use these 2 pages, which is kind of a bummer because this is so puffy right here. I have this huge piece of ephemera here. I'm going to temporarily take this off of here just so that it's not, it's really making a huge bump in my page. Okay, so yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is use these 2 pages. And because this page is so flimsy, I'm going to go ahead and glue it to this page just so that it will be extra sturdy. I already have my glue ready to go here. So I'm just going to glue to start. I'm going to glue this down. And then once I have this down, we can put our pockets and stuff in. I'm going to ink the back. Oh, you know what? I could also do my favorite, stencil. Ooh, that's going to be a hard call. Maybe I could do stencil and stamp on the same slide. We'll see what happens. Also, I could make more. You know, it's like, if you want to do 8, you could do 8, you know. Or you could only do 2 if you only want to do 2, you know. Because the way this works is, like, I think you're going to need 2 pages for this. And then I'm going to ink over the background of this. I'm going to go light at first, because I don't want to get, like, a big clump of ink anywhere. But I also don't, I just don't want this background to be very white. Okay. All right, and then you can just kind of look at your layout for your pockets. If you don't like what I picked for the pockets, you could always turn them over and just put whatever you would like on the back. One of the things that I thought about for this was about adding a little bit of washi tape to my pockets just to decorate them a little bit. I think this is this is a Tim Holtz tape, and I think it's from Memoranda, I think, if I remember correctly. It's an older washi tape though. Like, he doesn't, I think he might call them design tapes, and I don't know if they're like still available or not. I love them. So of course I like hunt them down on eBay. I really want to know, and this is random, I've been making a lot of videos lately, so I think my I don't know, my conversation skills are failing, but who are these people that find these like treasure troves of things that are like discontinued or out of stock everywhere else, but suddenly they have like 40 of them and they can sell them on eBay? I would like to know how you become one of those people. If I did, I guess my garage would be just absolutely full to the brim with art supplies. I thought it'd be fun to put like some washi tape on these before I glue them down. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be fun or not, but I want it to look all patchworky. You know what else? Let's put some washi tape on the background of this page too. It'd be nice if this was wider, but it's not. But I think we'll just add a little bit of decoration to the page, because it feels extremely plain next to this one that's like the opposite of plain. I lost my tiny ruler, so I'm hoping one of these days I'm gonna have a little bit of extra time, so I can like go under my desk, which I think is what happened, is like a couple of things fell off and fell behind my desk here. Which is why I'm missing a few key things, one of which being my tiny ruler and my page distresser. All right, let's see. Should I put any other color on here? All right, so what else can I put on here? I'm just looking for some random tapes to include on here, just so we have a nice background. I wish I had like this color tape, but I don't see one. I mean, I have like, this one's like more like a greener color, but this is all just for the background, and realistically, you know, I don't need to be doing this. I'm just having fun right now. So you can just kind of like do whatever, like, you know, you feel like is a good move. for your page, like this probably is a lot. Like, oops, did I do that? Oh my goodness. I think this might be 49 in Market washi tape right here. And I literally have no idea if we're going to be able to see this stuff once I put the pockets on. But I can still stick it down. Let's take a look at this and see how these are going to fall. So you are, like, these aren't going to take up a ton of room on the page. I could do them like right about, I'm not feeling that one there. Let's try it up here. No, maybe not. I'm going to do some of this here. I hope this one's not too brown here. We could be back on tape day at this point. I was not planning on decorating the back of this page, but you know. Let me see now. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to take this stamp here and put it on here. This is Paper Artsy. Let's do this here. I just want to make sure I get good coverage on that. They probably overdid it, but you never know. I'm also going to be stamping into this journal, which is a little uneven. And this is kind of like a big stamp. Oh, that's good. That is good. Okay, let me see what else we can use. There's like a background stamp here we can grab. To fill, like, I can put that one right there. Oh, you know what? I'm going to need a piece of paper to go under this, because it's going to probably go off the page. Oops. If you guys have hand pain and you struggle with this stamping situation, this thing is a lifesaver. I think it's for printmaking. I can, if you want me to, I'll link it. It just makes such a big difference when it comes to my hands. Like, it doesn't hurt at all to press that down. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. I made this crazy, but if it wasn't crazy, would you know it was mine, right? And I know I have a blank space up there still. I'm just trying to decide what I want to put up there. It's probably going to be a stamp, but I just don't know which one. Okay, so this one has anything is possible. Let's use that, because we want to feel happy when we go in our journal, right? Actually, I want to put this here, I think. I didn't move that. There we go. I know I always stamp in the same colors, but I really like it that way. So I know I should probably like challenge myself to branch out a little bit, but I like it. So as long as I still like it, that's a good thing. Okay, so I think what else here? Oh, I do have one. Okay, so I have this one here. This is an Allison Bomber one, and she's absolutely one of my favorite designers for stamps. She always has beautiful botanicals, and she just picks lovely little poems and quotes and stuff to put on here. I do have this one that we are such stuff as dreams are made on, so let's try that one. Oh, that can go in there. This is how I get it. Like, I always try to stop myself from going off the rails, but I clearly have already left, so. I just want to make sure I'm not going to be stamping that upside down, although if I did, it would just add character. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Now I have this Holtz Stampers Anonymous Classics stamp set that I'm just going to probably use to fill in where I need to fill in here. This feels like that one will go there. Because some of this is just going to be areas you don't see. And I could also use like washi tape in any of these areas too. Pickle's really going to town. This stamp is new to me, so I'm going to practice stamp it first. I moved it. And let's do this one. It feels like almost sad to put the pockets on top of this page, doesn't it? But, oh well. I can always make another one, right? Okay, so I'm heading over to, this is from the All in Create set. I forget which one this one is called. It's not Stamped Stories. I'll have to look it up, I'm not sure. I don't usually need the little presser thing unless I'm using like a bigger stamp. Like with the little guys, it's not a problem. Okay. All right. Okay, now I totally went off the script here. But now I have like an awesome page in my journal that I love with my whole heart. So, you know, yay for that part, right? Okay, so let's see here. If I can just run this right across the top here. And then I think I will have covered almost all of it. Okay, so you're guys like, what does this have to do with label, right? All right, let me just sort of, okay. All right, so I have this over here. I'm just going to put this one away on the right thing so it doesn't get lost. Okay. Okay, so now I have this wild page right here and this page right here. And so what I'm going to do is add my pockets onto these pages here, okay? I'm going to attempt a small balancing act here with a little bit of this word washi tape because I did make that page so busy, but like that's just life as far as I'm concerned too. Like some pages are going to be busier than others and that's just the way it's going to be. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to add in a little bit of this random washi tape just to try to give it a little bit of a mirrored action there. This is also all in Create Washi Tape. They have like these, like, I love all the things that have like inspiring words and stuff on them. And they just have, it feels like an endless supply. They have this one really awesome one. Ooh, I don't know where it is. I was hoping I had it right here. That's just like, oh no, it's this one. It's just their layering. I don't know what this is called, but it's one of their layered up tapes. So it stacks, but it just has all kinds of positive words on it. And I love it. They're so great to use because you just, I don't know. I'm very affected like by what I think. So like this kind of stuff just makes me so happy. Okay, so now allow me to try to proceed with my original idea, which was my specimen cards of my favorite things. So what I want to do here is put my pockets in first, and then I will go ahead and make my specimen cards. Okay, let's see here. And then once I do that, oops, I got my glue plug still on there. Okay, so I know for sure that I want the bottom pocket to be right about here on this page. Hopefully I'm pretty close to the middle there. Okay, and then I'm going to go over here on this page. So hopefully I'm about... It's a little bit harder to see when the page is like on a hill like this, but I think I can pretty much use that line. Okay, and then I'm going to grab one of my other pockets here and then try to decide. Let's do a practice so that we know exactly how this is going to hit on the page. I think, okay, there we go. So let's put it just above the P there. I think it might have actually gone a little bit high. I was going to try to use that to help me out here, but I think I might need to use this. This is going to be a little tricky because the surface is so bumpy. So that one's gonna go in that pocket. I just need to grab my other one. I think I just knocked one of my labels on the floor. Okay. It'd be perfect. Okay, if that goes right here, that would be perfect. Okay, so on the event that you like accidentally glue your pockets on like crooked or something, I'll show you how you can make it so you can't tell. Okay, there we go. All right, so hopefully I'm not going to take like 7 years to make my specimen cards because I've already taken a long time to do this. Okay, if like, I'm going to look at mine like this way because, yeah, that one's a little high, huh? I probably should have glued this down a little bit lower. Okay, so what you can do though is just put a piece of fabric or like cheesecloth or something frayed on the bottom of this, and that will like disguise if your placement's just not quite there. It'll like draw the eye completely away from that, and nobody will ever even know. Okay, all right, so here's my specimen cards. Okay, so let's start with the easy one, which is fabric, and I have the fabric over here already. And I wanted to use, this is what I used to make my button clusters, and I am in love with this. Like, it's a lot, I know, but I just think the embroidery on this is so pretty right here. So what I'm going to do, or what I want to do, is go ahead and cut out a piece of this, and I'm going to put it inside my specimen slide. The other thing you could do is you could even skip these completely and then just staple your swatch to this and then just put it in there, which I kind of like that idea a lot, actually. But since I already went to all the trouble of cutting out the windows, I'm going to go ahead and proceed with my original idea. But like, if you want a simplified idea, that is definitely could be done with by just stapling whatever it is to that card, and then you can make a couple notes if you want to. I'm going to just cut all the way up here. Okay, so what I want to do, I'm just using this to get a general size on my fabric. Because I'm not gonna, that's actually the size of the whole entire specimen piece there. Now I have like an approximation here. So I think I could, it'd be great if I could cut these 3 sequins off the top because they're kind of making it really fat. I totally can. All right, I'm going to cut those off the top. I can take a little bit more off this side. Okie dokie. I'm just going to go ahead and glue this in because I think that is probably my best bet with this. I'm just going to go ahead and glue all over the whole thing. I'll just put this here. That's going to be so cute. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more glue now that I feel confident about my placement. Oh, you know what? I should have put some, I'm going to just put a little bit in the crease here so that it doesn't gape. All right, now I can actually close it like 3rd time's the charm. Okay, I'm just going to put that on there. I was hoping to have another one. Just going to get that all sealed all the way around. So everything is sealed inside the little card. I think this needs more glue right in here. And I'm just going to clip that shut right there. All right, so let's set this one aside. Actually, I'm going to do another one on this side because this is so thick. Okay, my next one's going to be a little bit boring, so I'll just give you a heads up. Since everything else has been exciting already, though, so I think we'll be okay. Because I'm going to use this. I'm going to do this washi tape that I love from the washi tape shop. And I think it'll be nice to have this anyway because, like, when I run out and I'm sad, I'll totally have, like, this from, like, a memory. I was trying to decide which plant I wanted to do, you know? I think this is a good one, and it happens to be the one on the end. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this. Let's start with that. Oops. And then I'm gonna stick it on here. I think that makes it fit almost perfectly on there. Okay, so now I do have room and I can do a second tape on here. The second tape is going to be a little harder. Uh-oh. I think I got a piece of thread caught under there. Okay. Okay, so now I just have to pick out my second favorite one, which is probably this one. I mean, I have a lot of, like, ones that I really, really like, but I probably use this one the most in this kit, so I think I'll... Okay, I'm going to use this section right here. Just tape that right directly on here. And then I'm just going to probably have to trim it just a little bit. Or maybe not, because this is such thin tape. Is that not straight? I don't know. Okay, so now I just need to cut it. Okay, there's that. Okay, now I think what would really just, I need to like make this like look more finished. So I'm gonna grab one of these. This is one of my favorite ones that I used on that collage the other night, and I think this will be the perfect one to put right here just to marry everything together. There we go. Okay, so let's glue this guy together. Look, I've got another one done. Yay! Okay. I want to make sure this sticks together. I probably may have overdone it a little on the glue there, but I just wanted to like kind of spread out and just cover everything in there. Okay, specimen number 2 is done. Okay, so I want to put this in here. So I was thinking about, okay, how am I going to do that? And I'm thinking what I could do is line the inside of this with this fabric here from the cover. I should look and see what my other, this might be a better candidate for this one just because it's got a lighter outside. So it'll be a little bit more of a contrast, you know. Okay, so I do that and then I pin this to it. And I think that could look really cute. And if I wanted to, I could put lace behind it, and then that could look cute too. Okay, so let's get to work on that one. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of rough this out. Hopefully this pencil's gonna write on this. Oops. Okay. So I'll just cut it slightly bigger. This is the offcut. Who noticed I was doing that? Okay. Wait, I think it goes this way. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a smidge off this side here. Okay, so basically we'll just do like a frame here. Oh, come. I just not want to come out of there. I have a lot of threads flying around here. Okay. Oops. I know I actually do have like a specimen of that fabric that I really like. Okay, so right now I'm just trying to decide. It might be okay. Oh, okay, that is right. Okay. If I was trying to decide if I should pin this to another piece of fabric and then glue the fabric to this fabric. But I think it might be okay. We're gonna see. Come on. All right, now I have a specimen slide of my ephemera. Oops. I probably should have waited to try to shove this in here. Okay, so I got that one. I want to try my other ones too, even though I'm not done with my last one yet. Okay, I have to fill out my labels too, and I still have to do my last one. Okay, so there's all those. Okay, so my last one is going to be stamp. So I took a second to clear off my desk so I could stamp. I will like maybe try to put together a page where I link all these like stamp sets and stuff like that. Some of these are not available, but I'm pretty sure Stamped Stories is. That's this one here, which I've used a lot of. So I will try to link them. I really love All In Creates stamps, and I would love to support them. So, okay. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to give this a little bit closer of a trim so I can stamp on the back side of it, because I don't want any chance of my little pencil lines coming through. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm going to actually stamp on the back here. And I'm just going to, okay, so I have the butterflies on here already. I have a couple of like stamps that are just on my, like on a stamp block just randomly because I use them frequently. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this, and then I'm just going to stamp around these guys, I think. I'm going to get my little presser for this one because I feel like this stamp needs pressure. So I got my two little butterflies on there. That goes on here. that right. It's close. It's too high up though. I don't know what I was thinking right there. All right, look at that. I'm gonna seal this guy up. I think I like it, which is a good thing because I just spent quite a bit of time on it, right? Okay, so let's get this in here. I will swim by this page. Okay, so I thought this page was going to be plain, but no, it is not plain at all. Okay, so I have to decide about my labels now. I'm thinking about using this as a tab so it sticks off the page so that you can kind of see it on the outside of the journal. What I really want to do is stamp my labels, but that literally will probably take me a really long time to do all of them, so I'm not going to do that. Plus, it might be a nice touch to handwrite them, right? Okay, so I'm actually just gonna go for this one and glue it down. Pickle's starting to run out of patience with me, so he's like my clock. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and write my labels, and then if I change my mind, I can always either redo them or like if I want to stamp it later, I can just put it on here. Okay, so for mine, I've got my favorite stamps. Okay, let's make sure. Okay, just checking out that pen. All right, so I'm just gonna write on these. I have fabric. I have ephemera. And I have washi. There we go. Okay, so let's stick these guys on, and then we can call it a day. Actually, I'm going to use this. Wait, I'm starting with fabric. Okay. Oops. I'm using this and not the other glue in case I change my mind. I know I'll be able to get this off with a little bit of elbow grease. But with the PVA glue, like, forget it. Okay, now washi. And stamps. There we go. I can just put my little cards in behind here, and then I can fill these out later. There we go. And then this was just an alternate label in case you didn't want to use this. You could have used this one because it's a little smaller. But there we go. Label. Like an hour later, maybe 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have fun with the printables, and I hope that I will see you again tomorrow for our next prompt, which is frame, I believe, because I've already made, I'm trying to remember, like, back, because I've already made the ephemera for that one. Let me double check it. Yep, today's, tomorrow is 16 frames. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for that. In the meantime, have fun.